Whoopsies. That one was not my fault. The device got messed up because everything crashed. And reset everything. Because of probably the Windows update that ran when I tried to restart it was the cause. Must have been doing something in the background that locked up everything. Okay, now let's see. Whoops, did my game audio just? Okay, no. Matter of fact, let's, okay, that's normal. Alright, now, what is it I was gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna go over here and check, something on Twitch here. And, okay. Make sure that, I didn't miss anybody's stream. Alright, now, okay, I don't have the music. Wow, it really did reset everything. I hope that, let me see if, this still works. Okay, at least that still works. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, I'll put my prop. You know. Zoning out and worried about my stream and not really the best placement that I've ever done, but it'll have to do. Yeah, I still can be on for a while here. If I want to get 21. And what am I going to do? Do that, then I'm going to have a really hard time joining other people tomorrow, which I'd kind of like to do. So I'll just have to think about it. Maybe stream for like 30 minutes or something to end. Let it really get to end the previous one. Discussion. When I came back. But yeah, like, I'd say definitely, like, as a general rule is, you know, when a guy is, like, really hoping for things to work out and stuff, it's, kind of jinxes it, basically. You kind of have to be in a state of mind where, you know, where you're okay by yourself, you know, and then, like, you can evaluate your options from a distance, you know. Because, like, if you want intimacy, like, right now, then you're just gonna, like, whoever's there, you're just gonna try and make it work. And that usually doesn't turn out too well. Well, it never turns out too well. You gotta be in a place where you can say, you know, this is the best choice, you know. And only once, like, everything is, you know, established, then you can start, like, thinking, you know, I have to you know, put my all into this and, you know, ride out the rough patches and stuff like that, because it's one thing that kind of unfortunate about the modern world is, like, it's just like being single is really the easiest thing anymore, and it didn't used to be like that. You needed to team up on things, but you can live by yourself now. I mean, other than maybe financially for some people, well, a lot of people now, but um so you really just don't have, or, you know, people in general, they just don't have an incentive to stay together, you know what I mean? They're like they just kind of get addicted to being in a relationship, or the feelings, you know, and it's like, but that doesn't it's not enough, because in most cases that honeymoon phase is not going to last, and there has to be you know, something else there. You know, you have to be a team on some other level. I mean, you know, that aspect is not always a bad thing because, you know, now people don't have to stay together when there's abuse or anything like that. Although, you know, for psychological reasons, they often do, but, you know, I know, like, it's hard for people to understand why they would, but, uh, people like that are, you know, people that are the perpetrators of that are very good at manipulating people and making people think that, you know, there's something wrong with them that's causing them to act that way and will cause other people to act even worse. And, you know, and they're also good at targeting people who are in a position where they can't really resist that manipulation very well, if at all, you know. So yeah, it's not their fault. It can certainly be frustrating from like an outside perspective, like, you know, just stop going back, you know, but it's not that simple when you're on the receiving end of it. Many things that are poorly understood by many people. Like, you know, getting into like contentious topics here, just to blab. But, like one thing is, you know, you hear from like a lot of guys who are like, you know, oh, people are always believing, you know, false accusations about guys who are innocent, you know. And then you hear from like women or, you know, men who are like more sympathetic or something, and they're like, you know, men are never believing, you know, true accusations from women, you know, and they're dismissing it and victim blaming and stuff like that. And it sounds like there's, you know, a contradiction, you know, one side has to be right and the other wrong, but actually both of those things are true. Because it depends on, you know, who's making them. Like the people who are willing to you know, harm somebody either by, you know, committing a crime against them or something like that and then denying it, and the people who would accuse somebody of doing something just to be spiteful, you know, they're both, again, they're both manipulators. And so, whichever gender they are, they're, the perpetrator has the advantage, you know, it's the bad guy or girl wins. It doesn't really matter which one they are, you know, because the victim is at a disadvantage. So yeah, it works both ways, you know. If a woman has been harmed, it's by somebody that, you know, nobody's going to find her credible, you know. And if a guy has been harmed, it's going to be by somebody that is going to be more credible than him. No, I was just sort of yapping about social issues because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Like gender relations and stuff. The basic gist of it is, you know, basically abusive people, regardless of whether they're men or women, are always going to have an advantage over their victims. So like, you know, men and women will say different things. Men will say that people always believe false accusations. Women will say that they never believe true accusations, but both things are true because it really depends on who the perpetrator is. They're always going to have the leverage. They're going to be calm, they're going to be collected, they're going to be charismatic, and meanwhile, the victim is going to be, somebody who was already vulnerable, and they're going to be, freaking out because they've experienced something bad and so on. So, like, you know, the bad person always has an edge. So, like, we shouldn't just base things on gender, basically. Which I'm probably wording it in a terrible way, but because again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now what can I still do to get more candles? Oh, I haven't finished Prairie yet, but I also haven't done Wasteland. And I probably shouldn't do Wasteland, but I will. But one of the things that triggered that was a friend who's kind of looking for. I have at times, but here this winter, like when winter hit harder, like then I kind of slowed down a little bit because it's cold. You're just trying to stay warm and well fed and all that stuff, and I kind of, I'm a big old bear who likes to hibernate during the winter, if I could. But yeah, a friend who's single and kind of hoping for things to work out, and I feel like he just keeps getting into bad situations because like that desperation attracts toxic people. Which again is like, regardless of gender, you have to be in a position where you can, you're not turning to whoever's there. I'm in the USA on the East Coast. might put some music back on here soon in case I run out of talk juice. I've gotten a lot better at that since, you know, my early days of streaming. I had trouble like talking very much at all. But I'm doing a lot better about that now, but I'm still not as great as some people, man. Some people really have a... Yeah, that's cool. I have a friend who is in the UK as well. That's on here. Makes an appearance sometimes. You know, in Sky. I don't believe that she does any streaming yet. But, see? But, yeah, I gotten, well, a lot better about talking than I was, but, I still reach the point where it's like, okay, I ran out of things to say, really, and I'm just gonna, like, start making a fool out of myself. Just, you know, some people really have that gift for, you know, monologuing on the fly and stuff, and I really don't. Like, if I get on like a topic that I'm interested in or something like that, or I like have people that I'm bouncing off of, you know, like there's a conversation or something, well, yeah, then I can, but like, just talking to myself or anything, like, you know, I did plenty of that when I was a kid because I grew up in the middle of nowhere and there wasn't anybody to talk to, so like I had to talk to myself, but you try to get out of that habit and it's like now I'm trying to get back into it. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's kind of funny how that works, you know. It got to relearn something that I worked so hard to unlearn. The cycle of life. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. That always helps. But, yeah, oh, just for fun. Like, I knew that, you know, like usually there's not very many people watching, if any. Just like friends stopping by and saying hi and checking stuff out. And plus it's like an archive of memories, you know, like, and if something like funny happens, I can clip it, you know. Or if like something gets a little foggy over time, I can go back and relive it, you know. Stuff like that. It's not really something that I want to like get famous or anything. Now, like, you know, if there's like a small batch of regulars or something, that's cool, but I mean, depending on what time I'm doing it, there kind of is, you know. So that's cool. Just like right now it's super, super late and because for a while there, like when I could stream was dictated by like was my internet decent enough to do it, which wasn't very often. Uh, but finally they ran fiber here, so now I don't have to worry about that. And actually, I'm still kind of getting used to that, and still. I am pretty active on Discord in various ways. You know, text and voice chat, depending. I don't really have a server for my stream, but I do have a server that I'm on that's like Sky centric. If I assume you play this game, and I could give you that link if you wish. Here, a few moments. But yeah, I mean, if you play Sky, then yeah, I mean, you could join the server. I mean, I guess you could do it anyway, but not sure if it would make a whole lot of sense. Basically, just Sky stuff. Okay, sorry about Automod catching you. I've got it like really aggressive because there's been a lot of spammers about. So let me, well, did not want to do that. Get over here. Okay, now I can allow the message. Okay, sure. Alright. Okie dokie, there we go. Yes. And it's kind of ridiculous because you know that they can do something about that. And it's same on Discord too. It is like full of spammers, scammers, hackers, etc. And they just don't do very much about it. It's like, you know, all this AI that they're pushing on everyone in every area of existence. And it's like, this is something that AI could actually do pretty well, is like detecting these things rapidly and just making it so that it's kind of impossible for like spammers and stuff to operate. Because they will just kind of get detected instantly. Within sending like a couple of messages or something, or possibly none at all, just from like behavior. But no, they don't want to use it for that. That might actually be useful. Well, I'll say, like, I think it's kind of funny and maybe a sad way that, you know, the with all these movies about or books or whatever about, AI ending the world, and it's probably, yup, exactly. Sometimes, like, you automatically jump to that conclusion. Sometimes it's so common. But like, AI very well might cause the end of the world, or something pretty close to it, but not by becoming self-aware or anything, because of course, like, the type of so-called AI that we have is like not capable of that. It's just like smoke and mirrors to look like AI and not actual AI. But where it does do harm is the ability to generate all this, misinformation and stuff, videos that look very real, of things that never happened, you know, to now, like, the first thing you assume, or the first thing many people would assume when they see something is like, oh, this is AI, if especially if it's like unexpected or controversial or something like that. It almost always turns out to be AI, and so now nobody even knows what's real anymore. And like, that is going to cause some major, major problems. Because your leaders, what what did they actually say? What did they actually do? You don't know. That's kind of a bad state of affairs when nobody can tell what's real anymore. And, then of course we have all the issues with the, tracking and our rights being violated and such in a number of ways. And I mean, I'm not like I'm not a pessimistic person or anything, or at least I don't want to be. Like, I do think that things can still change for the better. We, like at at the turn of the 20th century, uh, things were pretty dark for the working class also, but people woke up, they banded together, and it was a lot of work, but they got things on track where everybody could prosper and stuff. And of course, it's slowly been taken back to that. But we did it before, and we can do it again. It won't be easy. It wasn't back then, but there might be a future yet. But we have to make it. And might have to make some sacrifices. As far as say uh you know, people might get arrested for protesting and all that stuff. But yep, it is crazy. Oh. Flip over and respond to you on Discord. So I did find out, do you play any Sky? Is that what brought you here? Because I know, like, a lot of times, like, if there's nobody I already know streaming, I'll look at the Sky category and see what's up, what's going on. Is he going to come here too? I don't know. Yeah, I like playing Minecraft a lot too. Really am just too busy playing Sky all the time anymore to play it because it can be like a massive time sink too. Cause like I mainly like building, but like I wouldn't want to play in full creative mode because like I kind of like some of the danger as well, you know. Oh no. Like that's funny. Hey, how are you? Been a while. Well, on here anyway, in Sky, I see you a bit. How have you been? Yeah, trying to get the stream in more frequently again. I'm doing well. It's a nice snowy night, so I'm just chilling. Well, I'm starting to use the wrong words. Oops, come on. Hit the right button here. You had it out? If so, then thank you for stopping by, following all that. It's nice meeting you. Okay, so I am probably not going to hit. probably already did this, but I need it. Oh, not all of it, but... Oh, I think... Oh yeah, I think I did another granny already. I should have asked first. Oof, I already did that, and there's not enough time for a reset. Let's see. That's a good compromise where we'll all get some wax. And then maybe I can run her through forest after. And I don't know, like, gosh. And with the dragon thing is kinda a little difficult to handle. I can't like grab her hand very easily. Yeah, and of course as well you can, well, yeah, because I have piggyback with Eve, like it would be any problem if you join. I still got a free hand. I don't really think that there's anything worthwhile here, but whatever. Whatever. We'll do it anyway. Whoop. This thing turns very sharp, which can be nice and can also be a little crazy, like when you get into Windrace and it's all over the place. What are you doing? Oh, duh. I only just saw now that they said, that they're going to work on project. I missed that message. Oh, wait. Is that person still there? I guess not. That's all done. Ah. But no need to apologize for that. No need to apologize for anything. Man, let's see. One way or another, I'll finish this candle, I hope. And if I don't, oh well. Like, it'll be a good start for tomorrow. Make it faster to get 21 then. Honestly though, I might be better off not just sticking with 20 because like if I start to get on a multiple of 20, then it'll be hard for me to give hearts. Because I want to keep the multiple of 20 going. Or a little bit above. So that I have a heart budget. Speaking of which, a couple people that I really should have sent some. most people don't bother with this, but it really is a good boost to your candle run. However, I don't advise being like me and trying to get 20 or 21, especially not 21 candles almost every day, because it's pretty exhausting, stressful, you name it. For me, it only is sometimes like basically times like right now where I basically got a late start, you know. I really should not be pushing for that, considering that, but I'm close enough as it is that I should be able to get it. But then, like, you know, you gotta look out for your friends too and what they need, because that is really the main reason why I'm here. It's not to play the game, it is to hang out with friends. And it's just a place to do that, an environment. So that really comes ahead of anything else. And besides, I've got over 2,000 candles. I'm really not hurting that bad. Yeah, it is. It does help a lot. That's why, you know, like, yeah, you still got to do forest, but this way everybody's getting some wax, and hopefully we'll still have time to do most of forest. I don't know if we'll get it done. But, like, it's not getting any less wax either way. Might just be like, you know, like not feeling like potential was lived up to, you know. Like, sometimes I've already gotten like 21 candles and then some, but like there's still a realm or something that I haven't done yet, and then it's like a lot of times I'll do it anyway. Why? Why? It is going to give me nothing. Absolutely nothing. So why bother? But it feels bad, man. It's just the vibe. It bothers me. I'm slacking and I can't take it. Come on, faster, faster. I'm getting behind. But it's like someday I'm going to get to the point like where I just like clear my chevrons or something, and then just sort of like relax, you know? Like if I get more wax, I get it, but just like, yeah, sit at tables with people and goof off and do spirits for the moss and things like that, you know, and not worry about candles. I mean, I could do that now, but I want to build up a little bit more of a buffer, a few hundred more. Okay. Get down into oxygen in case anybody's AFK. Whoops. Well, okay, good. Everybody's safe anyway. Alright, now we go for it. And, yeah, okay. Grab me, Shimmer, because it's too hard to grab you. And I would think, like, the most important thing is cakes, so we're go for cakes. Well, the cakes is at the very end, so I'm going to skip the treehouse area there in order to make sure that we get to all the cakes in time. And I know that there's no wax over here today, but just out of habit, I'm just going to do it. I could probably get through there easily, but... Oh, alright. Whichever way I go is wrong. Oh, come on, go on. Ah, any other time. Because I'm in a hurry. When you rush, you get clumsy, and when you get clumsy, everything is slower, and then you get more rushed, and so on and so forth, so... It is a mess. Just an absolute mess. Well, now I've got my 21 candles, so nothing matters. Well, does matter. It does matter that we get to the cakes for other people. So that matters, yes, but nothing matters for my sake. 'Cause I'm already set for today. I wonder what the ending of that last stream looks like, because it just cut out on me so suddenly. I'm kind of liking that stuff for Days of Treasure, but like, I ain't got the budget for like any IAPs at the moment. Wrong key. Oof. I kind of like, I think it's a Days of Love mask or something with the rose in the mouth, and I have mine dyed black, of course, which is kind of funny to go around with a black rose in your mouth. But that's kind of, you know, roses are sort of like, is boring, you know, like, ooh, I like roses. Oh, that's so freaking basic, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like sunflowers or something that's actually cool. What's going on here? Where did Shimmer go, number one? And who's dying? Oh good, it's not for me. Thank goodness. Let's see, there was, okay, the other one is the next section, I believe. And then there's the one at the end. Make sure I get them all, and we do have a sufficient amount of time. But yeah, like if it was a split or something like that, I'd definitely like to go and check on people, make sure they're not left out in the rain or anything. But since I can tell that it's not that, then I don't need to worry about them. For me, it's coffee. I don't think I have much of a problem with tea compared to just anything else. Probably about the same. But that's likely because I have such like a high tolerance from coffee that that amount of caffeine doesn't even really affect me. That's one part of it. And the other part of it is like I need to, fluids pass right through me because of health problems anyway, so like it doesn't really make any difference even if I'm drinking straight water. It's like one of those skeletons in a cartoon where they go to drink something and it just falls right out of them. That's exactly what it's like for me. Like I cannot keep fluids in me. Woo! Alright, my hand is falling asleep. Okay, there we go. That should help. Oh, we have something that's kind of like that too. I don't even remember what ours is anymore. But I did used to drink it back in the day. It's tasty. I've heard of that one. Although, like, it might be an entirely different one for me. It's both, you know, be making reference to the story. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Just in time. Oh, come on. As long as somebody doesn't activate that freaking cutscene. Doing. Kiki! Yeah, that plant there is a nightmare. Don't really need anything from closet. Hmm. That might not actually work too well. But Eve will be able to get some of what's here for now. And while I'm at it, let's check what we've got in the way. Okay. And 3 hours and 40 minutes about, we do have a red shard in Hermit Valley. I mean, I can try, but can only do it after, you know, while you're on the ground, basically. That's for piggybacked. Like, okay, there we go. It's reset. Don't worry about the crab it, because I don't know what day it'll count for. Boom, okay. Alright, let's see. And, get our spirit for today. Might as well. Okay. This one. No, it wasn't. Then it was this one. Yay! One more I should have. And how many, candles do I have? 26. Once I get my dailies done, I should have enough to, everything. And I'll probably light the little gremlin. Yeah, wait, whoop. I guess Sky is telling me now, don't do it. No, I never visited. But that's okay, she could have teleported if she wanted to. Look at the message another time. Did see part of it. Alright, now we can get this show on the road. That was weird. Oh yeah, that's smart. Look at that big fat wax. Can't miss it from a mile away. Big chungus wax. That's why I like to come here, like, either very first thing or, like, pretty early, because, like, there's some spots like this where, like, you don't even have to burn any darkness, it's just floating there. And, it's impossible to spot if, you've already gotten a lot of wax. Does sound really cute. Okay, and I got to, I mean, you know, like, I could still enjoy it, I'm sure, but, you're not as inclined to watch it unless you know, have somebody around you who is, you know, whether it's your kids or a friend who has the inclination. True. I mean, like it's not about like not being able to enjoy it or anything. I've seen, yeah, exactly. It's like a matter of like why are you gonna tune into it basically? You know, like is this something that I heard about? Alright, we still got a while, and Kravit's gonna be over there. So we'll go and get the mushrooms after, maybe. Oh no, yeah, that wasn't that recently, I think? Or I don't know. I can't remember what it was that I heard. Alright, now what are our mini quests for today? Okay. Let's see. I could probably take them both out, but I think I'll just do this one right now. I mean, I could always look it up. Yeah. I guess has to be quite a character to come up with that. I don't know, maybe we have time for this one too. Ah. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. But in any case, like, I see like, clips of it and might have like, stumbled across an episode while it was on in a waiting room or something like that. And yeah, it's pretty fun, entertaining. No doubt about it. Just like, uh, we'll wait on Kravit first, I think. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. That sounds pretty interesting. Oh, okay, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna stay here, maybe. I mean, not right this second. There we go. Yeah, now, like, it used to be sometimes it would bleed over, and, you know, you could still see the whole discussion, but now when it bleeds over, it does, like, the ... even if it's your friends. Which is kind of nice, because, like, you know, sometimes somebody would leave or something, and you'd be like, you know, kind of like, okay, that's a relief or whatever. And then it's like, oh, they heard you, you know, and it's like, you know, well, you know, sorry, but you kind of like were maybe being a little obnoxious or something. But not so much so that people dislike you or something, but just like we needed a little break. But now you're offended. Like, sorry. You know, and totally understandable. I would feel the same way. I mean, because you don't know what the context is. Like, you know, sometimes people are like, there's, they'll grab onto your hand and, like, not even talk to you or anything. They're just there for, uh, just leech off your candle run or whatever, you know, and you get kind of frustrated by it. Like, you know, there are people, like, if you're, like, friends with somebody. Like, you know, if you're already good friends with somebody and, like, you know, they gotta, like, study or something like that, or, you know, they're, like, working or what have you, then, like, it's cool if they want to, you know, just ride along and get them some candles and stuff to help your friend out and stuff. That's cool, but, you know, like, there's gotta be more going on, you know, like they can't just be coming to you just for that, you know. That's when you start to say, you know, person's just using me as a servant, you know. Mine at least has the decency to stand on the floor. And plus, like, you know, there's some people, like, if you don't have warp unlocked with them yet, but you're going to trials or something like that, like, you know, they can be cool and all that, but it's gonna sort of hold you up a little. So sometimes you're headed to trials and somebody that you like, maybe you don't even have chat unlocked with them, and they'll show up. It's like, oh, brother. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just, not the right time. Okay, and let's see, Eve asked a question. I mean, I guess it's something like that. Let's see, what should I do next? First off, where are our dailies today? Hidden Forest. Well, that was where I was thinking of going anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, it's just this weird quirk. For like, you know, like once you get up like middle class, usually you have like a room that you don't even go into unless you have like important guests or something, you know. And has the really expensive carpet or flooring in it, and like your best stuff and all that. Because it's basically there to impress people. Obvious sarcasm. Well, I shouldn't understate that. I do that sarcastically too. That's freaking wild. I mean, I wouldn't even say believe it, I know it, but like, believe means there might be some possibility of doubt, but like I see this kind of crap. Yeah, it's not really surprising. Likes to be stubborn with passengers. Cause like it's more like a sync issue cause one person is not there we go. Okay. One person is on their end is in a slightly different place than the other. And so it kinda okay, let's Make an acquaintance, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so no sapling. I'm really bad about the sapling. I think everybody else has been on relatively early in the morning, but like, you know, 6, 7 o'clock my time, AM. But like that is the hardest time for me to be awake. Like 4 or 5, come on. I'm like in such a rush that I can't press the right buttons. Guys gotta be careful, man. But 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired, but I can stay awake if I've already gotten sleep earlier. But after that, like around 6 o'clock, you know, we're really between 5 and 6. The call of sleep becomes too great, you know, and it doesn't really matter how much sleep I got or when I got it. It just, this overwhelming need and the spirit away. Yeah. Well, it's 4th floor. Oh yeah, I gotta let dude's cutscene first. Before I get too far. So like I might go to bed after Forest, or I might do Vault. But I might stop stream before I do Vault. I don't know. Since there's some white dye there, I'll grab it. For other people, I don't have any need of it. There we go. Like, where did it go? That's how tired I am. Alright, now we go. We gotta clean up the Granny's table here. Speaking of which, when is Granny? Watch me, yep. I bet it. I missed a couple minutes of it already. Not exactly the end of the world, but still slightly annoying. Give me a moment, folks. I'll get mine too. Hey, one that actually works right. Okay, good. Well, for right now, I'll get my fire prop out. That's more important. I don't think the white candle works, but there's mixed reports on it. Mixed results. You kind of wish that they would just, make this an AFK event without having to put fire props here, but then I guess, like, the fire props wouldn't serve quite as much of a purpose. They're good for a recharge in Eden still, but it's nice that they serve a purpose here. But it's also nice that, to have some time to relax, although, like, I don't know, some people have mentioned that the possibility of them increasing the number of people on the server, you know, just in general. So yeah, if you had more people, then you're more likely to have, you know, 6 of them with a fire prop, so that would alleviate that problem. They should implement that at some point. Alright, now, okay, we got our daily. And I'm not gonna bother getting my thing back. Think. Okay. Sounds good. Because, I mean, I will once I can, yeah, I forgot to mute the server. I was going to ping, ping, ping. Well, of course, that's when a second floor one appears. I don't know. I should have recharged first. Can I do it? Nope. My bad. There, okay, good enough. Alright, now where the heck is it? Right there. My beautiful music, yeah! Well, I'm at it. Might as well, violence things there. Alright. Huh? Teleport to here. I should have enough. have come. I buy, I buy, I buy, I buy. Going shopping. I should have enough. Oh, no, I don't. For some reason, I got in my head that it was, less than that, but, oh well. No biggie. Alright, I think it is, time. Get some rest. Yeah, I don't really need the, thing on the wheel now that I know the little trick here, so... I mean, I have stuff that'll go with too, but probably something that I'll only wear rarely because I have my signature look already. And like it matches with the mask really well too. Yeah. I mean, I don't, I don't think so. I think, I think she just means like it's kind of resting in the snout a little, but it doesn't really look like wrong. Because like there would be fur there that is covering up the frame. Uh, piss filter. Okay, I should be getting rest. Not necessarily that, well, I mean, it is necessarily that I should, but also that I'm kind of reaching the point where I don't have much of a choice. It's gonna happen, and no matter what. Alright, same T chat. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. I'll try to keep streaming regularly. Everybody take care. Good night. Bye bye.